Hey guys, these are the solutions for the Pre-Calculus Unit 8 Exponential and Logarithmic Functions formative assessment that is not graded. So we're just going to go ahead and solve these equations. I gotta say, I love these problems. All right, so the first thing we notice is 1 over 27 can be rewritten with the base of 3 as 3 to the negative 3. So if I rewrite this equation as 3 to the 3x plus 6 equals 3 to the negative 3, now I can set 3x plus 6 equal to negative 3. And so when I solve, subtract 6 from both sides and divide by 3, I get x equals negative 3. Number 2, so I notice I've got logarithmic expressions here with the same base. So that means I can use my log properties. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply x plus 3 and x minus 3 and combine those. When I do that, I get log base 4 of, when you multiply x plus 3 times x minus 3, you're going to get x squared minus 9. So rather than just writing that, I'm just going to multiply those two binomials together. And I get equals 2. And now I can rewrite this in exponential form because of my unknown is inside the function here and I need to get it out. 4 squared equals x squared minus 9. And then I add 9 to both sides and I get, this 4 squared is a 16. So 16 plus 9 is 25. So x ends up being 5. Oops, where is it? Here. It can't be negative 5 because, as I've explained before, this value here can't be a negative because, remember, if we have log base 10 of something equals 10 to the what power, it can't be a negative. We could have 0, so it could be 10 to the 0 is 1. We could have, fractions. We just can't have a negative, so we know it's 5. And the last one, no, this is not the last one. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I go ahead and I look, and I've got an equation here. I've got different bases, nothing I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and natural log each side. I'm going to set 7. Oh my gosh, it is 4 a.m., you guys. That's why I can't speak. 7 to the 2y equals 3 to the y plus 2. So now I'm going to natural log both sides. I don't know why I get up so early. Okay. So now that I have natural logged both sides, I can take the exponents and move them in front. So this ends up being 2y natural log of 7. And this ends up being y plus 2 times natural log of 3. Now, natural log of 3 is a number, and it's being multiplied by y plus 2. So I'm going to have to distribute that, the y plus 2. Or I guess I should say the natural log of 3 to the y and to the 2. So this side stays 2y natural log 7, and this side ends up being y natural log 3 plus 2 natural log 3. Hope I don't make any mistakes here. All right, so now I'm getting close. I've got 3 expressions total here that 2 of them have a y. Like this expression has a y, both of those terms have a y, and the third one does not. And I need to get the y isolated because that's how you solve. So I'm going to take both of those and bring them to the same side. Leave the other one on the other side without the y. And then undistribute, GCF out, factor out a y. So I'm going to take the y out. What do I have left? 2 natural log 7 minus natural log 3. I'm almost done. Now I can divide both sides by this 2 natural log 7 minus natural log 3. I mean, that's a number. And that's in parentheses, and those can cancel. So there's my answer. Right here. And you can throw that in a calculator and get a value. Last one. So I notice I'm going to have to use U substitution. I'll probably use a y this time. Okay, so I've got 2 to the, now 4 to the 2x, and I notice my 4x. I really need to take that 2 out, so I've got a 4x and then a squared. So I can make it like my next term, which is 3 to the 4 to the x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, now I'm going to say let and you can use whatever letters you want, but I'm just going to say let 4 to the x equal y. I'm just going to do y this time. So I've got 2y squared minus 3y plus 1 equals 0. Factor 2y, y minus 1 minus 1. Yes. Okay. So I end up getting, when I solve those two using the zero product property, I get y equals 1/2 and y equals 1. Substitute the 4x back in, right? I'm going to substitute it back in. So rewrite 4 to the x actually equals 1/2. And 4 to the x equals 1. So that's just x equals negative 1/2 and x equals 0. And where that comes from is, you probably have a question, I'm guessing, about this one. If you put in, you're basically thinking, all right, what 4 to the what fraction is going to give me a fraction? Well, the fraction 1/2, if I rewrite this 4 as in my denominator with my 1/2 or my negative 1/2, I get 1 over 4 to the 1/2 power. That's where the 2 comes from, because that's the square root of 4, and that's 2. So that's it, I think. Yep. Peace out.